Vinny Caravella.
Alex Navarro.
This is a weird one. Let's set this up here.
Okay.
This is Yakuza 6.
This is Yakuza 6.
This is a video game that is not out yet.
It's a video game that is not out yet.
This game is coming out. It has recently been delayed to April.
Okay.
But we had a chance to sit down and look at it for a little bit. In fact, we played some of this game.
This is actually you playing.
Yes.
You are not playing now, though.
Not at this very moment, no.
When will now?
When was then? When is now?
When will now be now?
Okay, so last week Sega came through. We took some footage of the game as we were playing through, talking to the developers and such. This is that footage. We're gonna talk over that footage a little bit, and then I'm gonna show you a little bit of the actual in-game stuff at the very end.
Okay, so this is fairly early on Yakuza 6. What is going on? Why does he look so old?
The story we've just sort of wandered into here is a side story. Someone set off a bomb in Kamurocho. There's a little bit of a preamble here where a guy gets on a video screen in a ski mask and threatens the city that you don't see here.
Okay.
But yes, this is one of the many side stories that takes place in the course of Yakuza 6, and at some point you're going to have to figure out who set off this bomb.
Okay. Why does he look so old?
I don't know. He's a guy. This is a random dude.
No, not that guy. Kiryu.
Oh, yes. Okay, so this takes place in 2016.
What? The future?
Well, the past, technically. The future past. The last time you and I spent any real time with Yakuza, it was Yakuza 0, which is the prequel that took place in the 80s. This is weathered old Kiryu. This is Kiryu who has seen some shit, who has gone through some things.
Yeah.
He has had a life.
He's had a time of it.
So at this stage, he has just gotten out of prison.
Okay.
And some things have taken place. So we're not really going to show much in the way of the story in this video because I think that's something I don't really want to spoil too much for people.
Well, I will say, so I sat in while you played this with some of the team from Yakuza 6, and it seemed they showed me, and because I said, boy, I don't want to spend all day talking about this.
First off, real quick, check out licensed beverages.
Yeah, of course.
You got these licensed beverages. They give you stuff. You drink them. You actually have to physically hold down a button to drink things. Anyway, sorry, go on.
I said I played Yakuza 0 or I've seen Yakuza 0. Fill me in.
Yes.
But there's also in this game, in the very beginning, outside of the start game thing, is a whole catch me up thing, which is, and there are also comics, I guess?
There's you can go into the main menu, and if you want to just get a quick summary of what went on in each of the previous Yakuza games, they have a little written summary.
Yeah.
There's also a part early on where there's a dream sequence, and Kiryu is basically talking to a bunch of people that he knows that are plot critical to this game.
Okay.
And it's just him remarking about, oh, I know who this person is. I remember who they are. I remember what their role was in this. And it's
trying to catch you up.
It's a lot of plot dump at the beginning, but I think they do a pretty good job of it.
So what we just saw there was Troubler.
Yes.
Which comes up on your phone, which is basically how you get your kind of side quests?
Not the side stories, like not the more involved ones. These are little like mini missions you can do to solve crimes in the area. You meet an app developer fairly early on, and he's like, hey, install this app and stop crime. And so you install that app, and then crimes appear on your phone, and you have to go stop them. And apparently you're the only one who answers these messages.
So this one was like, hey, there's a guy who's like drunk in this park.
Yeah, and he's harassing people.
And he wants more booze.
Yes. So you have to go get him more booze.
So this is not gonna be straight, this will jump around a little bit.
Yes.
So I believe we're gonna kind of jump over to where you went to the Don Quixote.
Yes.
The Don Quixote. So everybody loves the Don Quixote.
Who doesn't love Don Quixote?
Definitely wanted to show off the inside of a Don Quixote. I feel like the register's on the other side.
Yeah, I want to say
everything is different in Yakuza.
Yeah, well, it is and it isn't. I mean, obviously the Kamurocho has evolved over time. And but at the same time, like the core streets, like the familiarity with the map is still there.
Right.
But new buildings, new businesses crop up. It's a neighborhood. Neighborhoods change.
Hey man, the whole game was about like development and like building a city. So I would hope something happened.
And those kinds of power struggles are still very much present in this. So just to give you the real basic log line of what the game is about, without delving too deep into where the plot goes. You are back in Kamurocho after being in prison. You have not encountered this character, Haruka, right?
I have not.
Okay.
No.
So
I mean, maybe throughout the course of Yakuza's history in the games world, but irrelevant to me.
She's a key component of most of the Yakuza games we have not played together. She sort of becomes Kiryu's ward after a while. Like she's an orphan that he takes care of along with the other orphans in his orphanage, which is a whole other thing. But she goes missing fairly early on, and apparently went missing while you were in prison. So you are trying to figure out what happened with her, and there's a great deal of detail beyond that, of like, you know, what happened with Haruka, why you end up going to this other area, which we'll see in a little bit, which is in Hiroshima. But suffice it to say, there's a lot of intrigue, a lot of ill shit went down.
All right, here's the fighting. The biggest thing that and again, coming to this, having just come from Yakuza 0, is no more like fight arenas. It's kind of it's a little more free form.
Yes, you can kind of go anywhere and fight, which is nice. Sometimes you'll have crowds surrounding you, but you can still kind of move around. Two things there. There's this new charge mechanic where if you press R2 when you have your heat charged up, you start glowing. And you saw that little bit with the minigame where I was punching that guy kind of in slow motion and the triangle button popped up. So those are tied to specific attacks. Like if you mash the square button, you start doing this incredible punch flurry. If you grab a dude and press triangle, you do that like mashy sort of like hard attack. It basically just increases your overall attack.
Sure. Here we go.
There's another fight.
And also, the second thing we're going to get to was that the kind of more freeform hitting of guys, like it's less like lock on, right?
You can lock on to individual dudes, but like there's definitely a lot of like splash damage. Ow. Spoiler: the heat actions are still really good.
I believe one of the team mentioned, I think this is true, maybe you were telling me this, it's a little more kind of where you hit them now is where they react versus like the canned animation.
It definitely feels like there's some physics going on with all of this.
Yeah, that was the physics. How does it feel? Like, which one, does it feel better than 0 or just different?
It feels different. I would say compared to 0 and also Yakuza Kiwami, which that's not where I go in. It feels a little easier, I would say.
The combat?
At least so far, the combat has not been like overly challenging. It's still satisfying. Like it feels real good to just fucking lay into dudes.
But do you get the stances anymore?
You don't. It's not stance based.
Okay.
There is a whole upgrade system, which I'll show in a little bit. But it's not based on specific styles or stances. Like the upgrade trees are different.
Okay.
This is a side quest. We're just going to show a little bit of this.
Of course we are.
Because I mean, I was very insistent that we show this.
You basically said, "How do I get here?"
ニャンニャンサボへ。ニャンニャンサボ。ニャンニャンサボは猫との交流を楽しめる今流行りのいわゆる猫カフェです。ニャンニャンの可愛い仕草に癒され。
You were very insistent that you go to the cat cafe.
There's a slightly wild thing here. Like this.
These go inside buildings.
This quest started slightly differently for me in my own game. Yeah, like there's a woman who's like complaining about how there's not enough cats in this cat cafe, and this didn't happen in this. Right? I'm not sure what up with that.
But also you went inside a building.
Yes, that's the thing, that you can easily go inside a lot of different buildings. There's no load times between that for the most part. So you can just kind of go in and out of spaces, which is nice. So this guy, basically, he has his cat cafe. He only has one cat. All the other cats ran away because he's not a good enough pack leader for the cats.
He is not.
He is not. Okay. So you have to find more cats for him around Kamurocho, which I've not found yet. I've heard cats crying, but I've not actually found one yet.
That's just like Shenmue. Gotta feed that cat.
The cat's gotta respect you.
This is what I've heard. I mean, a cat cafe with one cat is not a great cat cafe.
No, it's
that's
really,
a cafe with
that's
a cat.
just a guy's apartment.
That's a corner store.
また買い足せばいいんじゃねえか。無理ですよ。脱サラしてこの店
A lot of problems though.
Yeah, a lot of people in Kamurocho just not able to solve their own shit.
うちは野良猫しか扱わないって心に決めてるんです。野良猫？はい。血統書付きの高級猫を扱う店はたくさんありますけど。I don't know
if that's the term I would use for stray cats.
Streetwalker?
Yeah. I feel like there's other connotations to that.
The daywalkers don't get much love.
綺麗な猫ちゃんにしますけどね。
Oh man, they should just have Blade show
A
up in
Blade
one of
cafe?
these. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, just little-
Dude, I would go to a cafe that was just full of Wesley Snipes.
Tiny little Wesley
Yeah.
Snipes. I don't think I would.
Even regular
I
size
think that would
Wesley
be
Snipes, I'd
terrifying.
be totally fine with that.
No, like I'm just trying to eat a hamburger and like Wesley Snipes is trying to like cuddle up to my legs.
But Wesley Snipes is purring.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm okay.
僕にも懐いてくれるような
That'd be a really
猫だけ
weird
Yeah.
cafe.
そんな都合のいい話あるわけねえだろ。
Uh-oh.
Oh, Brittany-chan.
Can't get over how old he is.
なんだ。
Which is hilarious because everyone, I don't think he actually looks that old, but everyone refers to him in this game like he's like 70.
He looks
Like they call him old man over and over again. I feel like, no, he just looks like a 40-year-old dude. I don't know what you're talking about.
Are you the pack leader?
そうなんか人懐っこい猫じゃねえか。
いやいや、ブリトニーちゃんは懐かないので有名なんですよ。
He has the gift.
もしかしたらお客さん、猫に
I don't
好
know
か
if
れ
I've
る
ever
才
seen
能があ
cat
る
ears
の
kind
か
of
も。
fold over like that.
Some cats do it.
Yeah.
なんだ。
Definitely not all of them.
よろしかったら。
Okay.
Yeah. So moving on, I don't want to sit through every one of these side stories because they do go very long, as they tend to in Yakuza. Oh, hey, some triad dudes. Another key component of the plot is that the Chinese triads are currently at war with the Tojo clan.
Okay.
So there's a lot of like weird crossfire combat going on between various mafia entities that are all sort of vying for power right now. Part of the reason you go to Hiroshima is because there's another Yakuza sect there that is very isolationist and is never allied with either the Tojo clan or the Omi Alliance.
Oh, interesting.
And they're somehow involved in the plot. I don't want to say how exactly, but you eventually have to go and deal with them as well. I really do like just throwing dudes into other dudes. That's never not satisfying.
Oof.
So you see that little thing in the right corner, the different like numbers that are going up? Those are your upgrade trees, which I'll show a little bit more of later. But each of those different categories sort of feeds into a different thing that you're upgrading. So everyone, like some, and you earn those. You earn them through combat. You earn them by completing missions. Sometimes you earn them just by eating, which we're about to do here.
Good segue.
Yeah. Once again, the food in this game really just makes me want to go back to Japan badly.
Of course.
Hunger is another thing you have to maintain there. You see the stomach sort of meter there.
Yeah, I do. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
It's like a survival game.
気に入ったぜ。
So are those the attributes you're powering up?
Yes.
Okay. The strength, speed, life force, book knowledge.
The fifth one, I believe, is like your sort of showmanship or your I don't know, flashiness.
This is you kind of hunting down the triads?
Yes. No, this is the I think this is the tail end of the bomber quest.
All right.
Okay, first of all, just because he's Chinese does not mean he's in a triad. That's a little racist, Kiryu. I'm just throwing that out there.
みんな採用界の人間だ。
俺は採用会なんかじゃない。あんな連中と一緒にするな。
なら、お前は何だ？
The zipper is gold.
Yeah.
It's nice.
It's maybe the nicest tracksuit I've ever seen.
It's very nice. The way that collar stays up.
Yep.
You can't do that on a normal tracksuit. Also, his collar's just way up too.
あんたが道に黒いゴミ袋を置いてったって
Just popped.
話を聞いてな。
Kiryu exists in a state of
そ
perpetual
のゴ
pop
ミ袋が
color.
爆発した時、ちょうど俺も現場にいたんだ。
So that was the first scene we saw when we started.
Yes.
やっぱり、お前らが爆弾を仕掛けたんだな。
もしかしてお前にその話をしたのは。
You may notice we are in the batting cage area here. A lot of the same side activities from previous games are here, like the batting cage stuff. You can go to do karaoke, which we'll show later.
You're at Club Sega?
There is Club Sega. If you want to play Virtua Fighter 5, you
Yeah.
can do that. The whole Virtua Fighter 5 arcade game is in there.
When did that come out?
Several years ago.
Okay, because this is 2016?
Yes. Yeah, Virtua Fighter 5 was still not a new game in 2016. Hey, check this out.
Oh.
Yeah, it worked. Close enough.
Yeah, sure. The spirit of the
Yes.
bench hit him.
I don't think the slot car racer is still in there. But there are a couple of new ones, one of which we'll show after this.
Is the undersea battle arena.
That's
stuff?
another thing. Well, that's another thing.
Okay.
Oh, no, you mean the Fight Club.
Yeah, Fight Club.
So you don't go back to, what was that, Osaka?
I don't remember where that was.
I think that was Osaka.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't go back there. The only other new area is the whole Hiroshima Onomichi area, which we'll see in a bit.
So all right, so he took off running. Now you got to chase him.
Yeah.
It's fast.
I think at this point I had not completely upgraded my sprint, so I was maybe tiring out more.
He is quick. This is like Sleeping Dogs.
You see they're making that Sleeping Dogs movie? That's apparently still happening?
Yeah, I don't trust video game movie announcements.
Donnie Yen says it's still happening.
Okay.
So
what is that movie really, though?
It's a Hong Kong action movie, apparently.
Which is okay by me.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to get Donnie Yen, I'm in.
Yeah, so you basically confront this guy.
Yes. Yeah, we don't see the end of that, but there's actually a pretty interesting tragic backstory to that dude and why the bombing happened and all that stuff.
So now you're going to the gym.
Yes, this is one of the new ones. Check out these meaty dudes.
I love these guys. They are buff.
It literally looks like you just inflated a normal character model.
I mean, he is beefy. So this is a real gym, right?
Yes,
this
it
is
is.
a licensed gym?
It's not only a real licensed gym, but the guy who trains you apparently is a real TV, like he's sort of like the TV spokesman for this gym, and he's like a fairly famous trainer in Japan. So they they not only got the gym, but they got the guy.
So we kind of skipped ahead.
Yes, you eventually joined the gym. Hilariously, I did this game in mind when I was in the middle of a very dramatic story beat, and I was just like, you know what? Nope, I gotta pause. I gotta go join this gym.
Gotta blow off some steam. So what does this stuff get you?
It's stats.
Okay.
And then
Like-
at the end of each training session, he gives you like a meal plan.
Okay.
And so as long as the next meal you eat is the thing he suggests, I think you get a little bonus for that.
It's like San Andreas.
Kind of, yeah, but like not as... the San Andreas stuff always felt like a little bit like filler. This, I don't know. It's so slight that I feel like it
There he is.
yeah, it feels like it fits within the context of what you do in these games.
You know, you're gonna do some legs.
I think seated row is the one we
okay.
ended up doing.
Just gotta change out the machines.
Mm-hmm.
Have you done a lot of this in your playthrough?
I've only done it a couple of times.
Okay.
I just got back to Kamurocho in my game after a long period in Hiroshima.
Okay. You're absorbing all the
Yes.
mechanics. Yeah. Let's make sure you memorize this.
I think I was also in the middle of conversation when I was doing that bit.
Good posture. Oh,
I'm bad.
Yeah.
Timing this is pretty hard. Especially because the meter shrinks a little bit each time.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, just
Oh
a
yeah.
very
Oh
subtle
yeah. I
bit.
see. Yeah. Okay. Bad. You're terrible at this. You're wasting my time.
You gotta be.
All right.
Now we
Karaoke.
moved on to karaoke. We had to show at least one karaoke video.
So this is you playing the
This
karaoke.
is me playing the karaoke. The developer, the dude who I believe is one of the lead localizers on this game, really wanted to challenge me in this. I felt bad because I play a lot of rhythm games.
I think he was okay.
He was good. No, he did well.
No, I think he was okay without the challenge.
Yeah.
I think some other people wanted to see a challenge, and you did pretty well your first time.
Yeah.
I feel like he knew you did really well.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta get out there and do karaoke by yourself.
Totally.
Empty room, just give me 30 minutes in an empty room.
Never give me 30 minutes in an empty room. That room will be on fire by the time I'm done with it.
I mean, you gotta practice, right?
Yes.
People have to practice karaoke.
Yeah, you're not just great at every
Right.
karaoke song the second you start it.
What I'm saying is there's nothing really horribly sad and tragic about this
No.
old man doing karaoke alone
Absolutely
in this room.
not. It is-
Definitely not.
This is a normal man who is living a normal life.
Fantasizing about, boats.
I love boats.
Also, apparently, this song was very sad when the localizer started translating it.
I'm extremely into these people.
Still looking good.
Yeah, I thought I did pretty well.
Yeah, you did a great job. I don't know what those moves are, but finger guns.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
I did all right.
It's gonna be pretty tough to beat that score.
Well, I'm not even gonna try.
I think next we switch towns, right?
I think you're right about that.
Yeah, I think so.
You do get these little tidbits here.
Apparently only in the Western versions?
Yes. It sounds like they did not include that for the Japanese versions.
And they're basically like, hey, you can put some of this stuff in context.
You want to know who these people are, what's going on. Here you
or
go.
like, you may be missing some cultural references about like how chairmen work in the Yakuza.
And it is a convoluted history, to be fair. So this is Onomichi. This is the little fishing town where you spend a good chunk of the game as well. This is where you hook up with the Hiroshima Yakuza, and you are sort of trying to pin down what was going on with Haruka when she was disappeared.
Okay.
This is... I don't think we show much here that's like plot focused. I think this is, again, just sort of like exploring the space a little bit.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, when we put together what we were going to show here, there's like a bit of a side story we kind of get the initial setup for, and then a kind of neat little mini game.
Yes.
But yeah, this is the map apparently fondly rendered.
Yes.
And lovingly rendered.
I mean, yeah, like all the different spaces in here, you know, this feels like a small, you know, fishing village or fishing town in Japan. Also, this is a real place,
right?
And it is a shipbuilding economy. Shipbuilding. Okay. What did you think I said?
You know, you can figure it out.
All right, I said shipbuilding. Thank you.
If there is a shipbuilding economy, I'm the CEO.
Yep.
Of Shipbuilding Inc.
So this is a place where the economy has sort of fallen a little bit on harder times. Like, it's definitely not the booming sort of, you know, shipyard town that it used to be. Where are we headed right now? I think
this is going to be that side mission that you and I had no cultural touchstone for, but had explained to us and told that people who at least in this town would definitely know.
Yes.
If not the Japanese
but it's like
culture.
So it's a reference specifically to a movie, I think. That was very popular in Japan.
ちょっとお聞きしたいんですけど、今って何年でしたっけ？
何年かってのは？
だから今は西暦で何年かなって。
2016年だ。
2016年？本当に？
She did it.
やっぱりそうですよね。やったー。うまくいったんだ。そっか。
So yeah, her thing is that she supposedly traveled back in time a year, but her consciousness is the only thing that did. It's her original body, but she remembers a year into the future.
And apparently this is from a movie.
Yeah, this is the premise of the movie, and also apparently the lead actress looks exactly like this.
And also, I guess it was filmed in this town.
Yeah.
So
I guess Onomichi is a fairly popular filming spot in Japan,
that's what they were saying, right?
just because of the diversity of like geology.
And beautiful, it sounds like a beautiful little town.
Yeah. That's the thing I haven't done yet in Japan. I haven't really done anything outside of the major cities.
I thought you did.
No, I went to Kyoto.
Okay.
So, Kyoto's still a major city. It's a much less bustling city than Tokyo, but it is still a major city.
So that we skipped ahead. There are these poem stones?
Yes, those are kind of scattered throughout Onomichi.
Which are real?
Yes, I guess those are a real thing. I don't know if they specifically have these poems on them or not, but...
四股にあり晩
This is one
が
of the long
半ば
ones.
暗くして
Of course.
相つ問う神戸を騎手せよせ来三
I think I skipped a little bit of his dialogue there.
And then you get trapped in here.
Yes, I can't realize I can't walk past that tiny chain. So yeah, this is just this is a lookout area where you can kind of go and you can kind of see the whole space.
It's very like San Francisco looking.
Kinda.
Like when you're looking out like into Marin.
How it's like more of like a bay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Then you realize you can try this again.
Yep. It's like, no, I just want to walk over there.
Sir?
Let me over there.
Sir?
No.
I'm sorry, sir. But you load out of here.
I believe so. And I think I just go back to town.
And then I think it's the last bit of this video is the
last mini game that we did.
Mini game, which is a weird one.
Yes.
There's
I believe there's a fight beforehand, but yes.
Oh right, yes. And then the whole time in the fight, I asked you to try and throw him in the water.
Oh right, I'm being chased by Yakuza. That's what happened.
Right. Throw him in the water. Throw him in the water. That was pretty much.
I do eventually throw him in the water.
Throw him in the water. And you very much tried to oblige.
Yep. That guy slid into the water.
That's true. Oh, there's some very cool stuff with the weapons here.
Yes, I forgot
about. Yeah, I forgot about
that. That guy had a gun.
Look at this nonsense.
I shot that man.
And then wait, you do something else too.
Yeah, I do. Like
jerk.
just insult to injury, you know?
You know, because 2 to the chest, not enough. Throw him in the water.
I believe I do throw this guy in the water.
Yeah! wait, doesn't something else dumb
Yeah,
happen?
this.
Oh, right.
I just bang that guy's skull in.
With the buoy.
しばらく寝てろ
And it's like, oh, hey, check out these fish.
Now go look at these fish. Wait, before you do that.
These safe keys are just like, there's a bunch of random hidden safes around the area, and when you find a key, you can just go unlock one of those safes.
ほうでかいな
Those are big fish.
A real big fish.
So you see that the thing she's wearing, the logo on the kimono?
Uh-huh.
So that is the local mascot.
Oh, really?
There's a big thing in Japan where like every town has their own little sort of mascot character, and I think they do like little competitions around that stuff.
It's like the Syracuse Orange Man.
Yeah. There is a sub-story involving you and the mascot, and that is all I will say.
Okay.
It is probably the funniest thing I've seen in the game so far.
I forget. I think we
do cut eventually away from this, but yeah. This is just the setup for how you learn about this minigame, which is the spearfishing minigame.
Right. And so he's a fisherman.
Yep.
I forget how far we go along here, but you wind up helping him.
Yeah. At some point, he can't go fishing, so you have to go fishing for him.
Got good hair.
俺もだが
But I love sushi.
遠慮すんなって今日は大量だったけん
そうですよ。せっかくですから一緒に食べてってください。
そうか
There you
And here
go.
we go. Time to fish.
Back in your boat shirt. This is a kind of a sillier minigame.
Yes, it is extremely silly, but I am super into it.
It's very Metal Gear.
He was definitely not wearing a wetsuit under that shirt. I want to emphasize this as much as humanly possible.
It's a sneaking mission.
取れるといいが
I assume you get upgrades at some point?
Probably.
Also, like, very Sega.
Yes.
Something about this is incredibly
Extraordinarily.
Sega.
Well, I believe the developers refer to this as a House of the Dead with fishing. And that makes sense. This is by far the most successful I've ever been in any kind of fishing minigame in a video game.
So you're just aiming with the crosshair and
Yep.
then, okay.
And then it's moving you, like, once
Right.
it decides
It's
it's
on
time for you
rails.
to move. It's real hard to do when you're moving. Come on.
There's a lot of spears you're losing.
Look, man.
Uh-oh, that fish wanted to kiss you. It kind of looks like Seaman a little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit. I can use that.
What can you use? Oh, right. We should mention that your voice comes through the controller.
Yes.
At this point, so that you don't hear him talk. Yeah, so all his like grunts and whatever are coming through the controller speaker. Killing it. Look at all these fish.
Literally killing it.
Killing it. Look, massacre. Fish massacre. Give me a kiss.
I'm coming for you, Kiryu.
Damage.
You killed my brother.
Do you lose like air? When it's so clean under here too.
Yeah. Well, you take care of their ocean here.
I guess. I mean the derelict ship is.
That's a big shark.
Yeah, we should probably just. Yeah. Yeah. Give me a kiss. Oh,
I'm Shark Man. I didn't get the shark.
So did you lose some breath?
I think so. What I needed, I think, was probably a more powerful spear gun for that fight.
Got hit him in the mouth. Hit him in the eyeball. Ever been diving?
Yes. I am not great at it. I have a hard time regulating my breathing when I have a tank on.
Scuba.
But I've done it twice, and I like it. It's just, I don't think my body likes it that much. I did that when I was in Hawaii. It was very, very nice.
Oh, like recently?
Yeah.
Oh. And of course,
yeah,
you know,
this is how this works.
Yeah. Very realistic. Like
Starts launching its children at you, you know, as they do in nature.
Like the rest of the Yakuza series, you know, just
spot on realism.
Pitch perfect. Who needs Monster Hunter, right? I wonder what the other. I can't all just be giant squid, right? For bosses.
Yeah, there's probably other stuff. At some point, you're going to be fighting like a humpback whale. A gang of unruly dolphins.
Sure. Mer people. Man, squid are weird looking.
Yeah, the glowing eyes. You know, that's a really wild thing.
I never liked that about squid. Did it. You defeated the Emperor Squid.
Now the sea is safe again. Also, there's no way you were holding your breath that entire time.
He's pretty good.
My fish pile.
I'm sad your fish pile doesn't have that giant Emperor Squid.
Yeah, maybe it's at the bottom.
Also, I'd like to think those are actual things that you shot, but I don't know if I remember seeing you shoot like a marlin or whatever that swordfish thing is.
I don't happen to remember.
I think that's just about it, right?
For the footage, yes.
Yeah, so it's gonna magically switch right over. Look at that. To this. Now this is live,
yes,
not
this
for
is
people watching at home,
live.
but for us here, this is live.
So we're going to show one last thing here to close this out. But before I do that, I just want to quickly show the new phone stuff here. So this is where you upgrade. These are your different things you can upgrade. So these are your basic stats, which, all, as you can see, all require these specific things, these numbers to feed. Battle skills, it's just like, hey, what new combo moves do you want to add?
So are you spending what to get
those numbers? Like whatever, like you see how for stun resistance, I need 240 of the middle one and 40 of the far right one.
So do you have that built up now?
I do. Anything that's like highlighted but not red, I can unlock.
So you'd be spending. You have earned
Yes.
570 of that heart stuff.
Yes.
And you would spend that down.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Heat actions, again, it's like here's more heat actions as well as like stuff tied to heat actions.
Oh, that's cool. What do you? Those are all different things you have to spend.
Yeah,
for
so
those?
here are all the different ones that I can unlock.
Okay. Okay, they're not very expensive.
Yeah.
So to go up another rank is only like 10 and 15?
Yeah, I mean, it eventually tiers up to a degree that, you know, you're not just able to constantly buy these things.
What are you doing? What are you banking? What are you saving for? You got some...
Well, I just, in this save that we're using right now, I have not been spending.
Okay.
And then other skills is just like, hey, do you want more sprint,
Gotcha.
XP gain? There's all
Always
sorts of stuff.
XP gain.
And then you have your items, which you can equip, which give you little bonuses as well.
Okay.
The Troubler app is here if you want to use that. Your inbox, you'll get messages, various items that you would use for food and like stamina and all that kind of stuff.
And how many see your photos?
I think I only have one. No, I don't have any here.
Nothing. Can you take one?
Yeah, I can take a photo anytime I want, I think.
Take a photo next to that guy. There's people eating.
What is the camera button? I don't remember off the top of my head.
It's the trackpad. Touching the trackpad.
I think it's one of the D-pad. Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
So I can just take this photo right now. Check these guys out.
Okay.
Or if I want to,
yes.
make it a...
Now expressions, please.
Okay.
Wow, what an actor.
The 4 faces of Kiryu.
Wait, were those all of them?
Those were all of them.
Come on.
I can make him more that.
Oh, by hitting it more?
Or like that.
Okay. What else can you more do?
I'm trying to smile. I don't know how to do it.
Do you unlock more expressions?
I don't know. These are all the ones I have right now.
Is that full smile?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you give me full anger? Oh boy.
All
okay,
right.
well, thank you very much for indulging
No
me.
problem. So the very last thing we're going to do here is the clan battle system.
Wait, go get a photo. Okay, forget it.
I can take another photo after this.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is the first clan battle right here. There's a bunch of story set up for why you're doing this. The basic gist, there is an evil gang called Justice that started out as a sort of anti-gang, vigilante force that eventually just turned into a regular gang.
Do the D-A-N-C.
Kind of, but with an S at the end.
Oh, forget it.
And that gang is run by 6 New Japan pro wrestlers who use their real names but are not actually wrestlers in this game.
Hold on a second. Dan!
Yeah, sorry, Dan's not here for this. I wish he was. So this system, basically, eventually you'll fight other dudes who you eventually bring into your clan. And these are like strategy battles where you are launching dudes at other dudes, but you are not fighting.
Okay, can you do me a favor?
Yes.
During the middle of this, can you try and take a picture?
I'll see. I might not be able to.
You might not be able to. But if it allows you to freeze frame and take a picture.
It reminds you a little bit of the gang stuff in Assassin's Creed Syndicate.
Okay.
But without like the territory control aspect.
And the Japanese wrestlers?
Yes, well, there's that too. So anyway, yeah, so we're just going to send dudes into battle to fight for us here.
Oh, sorry, you're not fighting.
You were commanding dudes to fight for you.
Okay, so you probably won't take a picture. You're going to win.
I mean, yes, this one's very easy, so we're going to win this handily.
All right. Yeah, it's expected to turn out in the ring. What is this? It's like his party shirt.
Yeah, he takes the jacket off when he's in an Onomichi.
That's the guy?
That's the lead guy of this
Oh, wow,
crew.
look at this.
So what you want to do is you want to kind of base how many dudes you're sending out on how many guys are kind of like how many are stacked together.
Huh.
So we'll just skip through this here real quick.
Is it real time?
Yes. So the idea is basically throw the grunts out first, but throw them out in numbers that make sense for how many guys you're fighting at a time. Don't really throw out the lead guys until you're kind of ready for them to really jump into the battle and kick some ass.
How long did this take you to kind of wrap your head around?
Not long. It's not that complicated. Like, once you kind of figure out what you have to work with, it's not so bad. Okay, so as you can see, I've got these different types of soldiers that I can throw out here. I'm going to throw out 2 of these guys and 2 of those guys. And see what we got. Wait, I threw out more than that. Okay, here they come. They were just they were moving slowly.
Oh, wow. This is weird.
Yeah.
It's like tower defense, but you're the opposite side.
Yes,
and those people are towers. It's kind of neat in a way.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Like as this progresses, they have different enemy types, I assume, right?
Yes. I'm gonna send out one of these guys now too, one of my generals. Make sure they don't get outnumbered.
Whoa. He's got like poison. Or is that
What's that?
heat?
That's heat.
Okay. So, did you recruit that general?
These are just the guys you start with.
Okay.
Eventually you fight guys in the street that will then join up with your crew.
General's fast. When you deploy somebody, is there any penalty for it? Like, will you lose them for the next time? Would you spend them? Or could you just deploy your whole army right now?
It doesn't really... Like, I don't know.
All right.
I haven't done enough of these to really get a sense of, like, what kind of resources you're actually managing here.
Can you micromanage when they're out, or they'll just attack whomever?
They'll just attack whoever's out there.
Is that another general?
Yeah, that's the other guy that I threw out there. They're
Might
going
as
to
well,
win this.
right?
Yeah. So I didn't even have to throw both of them out there. I just beat one of them. All right, so that's the basic gist of what happens, and I think over time the number of people you're fighting and kind of what the difficulty tiers up.
They're very excited.
Yes.
Wow, where are all these folks? That's your crew.
We got to find like a unifying color for this at some point.
What are you, the Ginyu Force? What is that? Oh, okay, you're not gonna pose.
Just clapping. Just
Okay.
very happy about what they did. All right. And there's a little cutscene here I just kind of want to show. And this is the part I wish Dan was here for, but oh well.
This is the wrestler bits.
I believe it's the first time you see all the wrestlers together.
You just have to make do with me.
There's like one scene that pops up after this, or before this, where you meet the leader, Okada, the Rainmaker.
So that's not a real wrestler.
That's not a wrestler. That's just a guy.
何千もの兵隊がいるんだ。勝てる相手じゃねえんだ。
I feel like he's wearing.
こっちは上から直々に命令されてんだ。
What's his face's jacket?
I think I just have to fight this guy now for real.
Oh, like one-on-one?
Yeah.
All right, see if you can take a picture when you fight him. He's got a knife. Majima. Looks like he's wearing Majima's like snakeskin jacket.
Not a lot of Majima in this game so far, I will say.
But he is in it?
He shows up very early on, but like I have not seen him much in the campaign thus far, though I don't know if that'll change or not.
女を人質に取るようなやつは気に食わねえんだ。
ジャスティスなめんじゃねえぞ。てめえら死にさらせや。
You take a picture?
No.
Okay, I'm sorry you got stabbed.
Like, wait a
But
minute.
thank you very much for trying. Ooh, somebody's got a piece.
Yeah, I can tell. Now you got a bike.
Can you pick up that scooter? Jeez.
You can when you're in that mode.
Okay. Oh, you got that guy. Does he become a general?
I don't know if he joins you or not.
これでもう後戻りはできねえな。
These two dudes who are with you, you rescue the guy in red from getting his ass kicked by Justice. He's an ex-Justice member.
Okay.
And then the woman back there is the sister. Like, there's basically a light final fight sort of plot to all of this of guys need to rescue the kidnapped sister, and then also you fight this gang, this sort of omnipresent gang that has taken over the city.
Does the mayor fight with you?
No, sadly.
そいつらをまとめた総称がカラーズなんだ。当時カムロ町はカラーズが幅を利かせていて、それに属さない奴らが勝手できる場所じゃなかった。奴らはカラーズ入りしない俺たちが目障りみたいでね。目の敵にされて仲間を襲ったり、脅して無理やりカラーズ入りさせたりし始めた。
Dumb little gangs.
But then they formed a dumb big gang.
俺と岡田はそんな
Called the
カラーズ
Yakuza.
の連中が許せなかった。
I'm gonna skip through this a little bit. I just kind of want to get to this. There's one part I want to show.
その時のカラーズみたいなクソギャングもどきになっちゃった。
ギャングを潰す集団が
Yes, that is irony. You got it right. The thing you just described is in fact ironic.
で、これからどうするんすか？
こいつらに手出した以上、カムロ町のジャスティスは黙っちゃいない。多分次は
The six lunatics.
Those are the wrestlers?
Yes.
ジャスティスの幹部たちだよ。ジャスティスをもっと強い組織にするために岡田が腕を買って集めたね。そいつらが入って
They have little profiles like that come up each time. First,
多分その一人一人が
Headlock
桐生さんと同じ。
桐生さんと同じって、そんな。
六教人。
And here we go. Meanwhile,
the six lunatics
gathered in their meeting parking lot.
So, do they go by their wrestler names, or
they use their wrestler names?
They do in the game.
Yes, but they are not wrestlers as part of the canon.
Right. I mean, they're like gang leaders.
Yes.
That's fun. And they're current New Japan?
Yes, these are all current dudes. For Kiwami 2, they've added this clan battle system in for that, and it's another 6 wrestlers, but it's all old retired guys.
Okay. So do you recognize these
yes,
folks?
that is Toru Yano, the Sublime Master Thief, I believe is what they call him. That's Hiroyoshi Tenzan on the left and Satoshi Kojima on the right.
Does he always wear the nose
yes.
breathing strip?
That is the Rainmaker.
The guy in the jacket?
Yes, Kazuchika Okada.
Does he wear the jacket?
He wears a jacket usually.
Like down to his ankles?
Yes. That is Hiroshi Tanahashi, and the guy in the white suit is Tetsuya Naito.
They all look like very big guys.
Yes. And you do end up fighting these guys one-on-one, I think, as you kind of work your way through the Justice ranks.
Oh, like you just kind of did in that.
Yeah.
How about the guy who's the 7th lunatic?
He's just a character. Like, he's just an actor.
Okay.
He's like an advisor to the 6 lunatics.
But he's not in the wrestling?
He is not a wrestler.
故郷の尾道に向かったんですが、
This looks like a tough crew, I'm not gonna lie.
仲間たちがジョーの助けに入ったようで。
Yeah, these guys are fucking ill.
大失態だ。ジャスティスの看板に泥を塗りやがってよ。
申し訳ない。
矢野。Huh?
Can you do that?
Yeah, so his whole thing is he's the Rainmaker, and like when his entrance, like fake paper money with his face on it comes down.
Okay. It's like the $1 Million Man.
Yes.
Ish.
But if the $1 Million Man was like the face of your company and the most popular wrestler in your country.
しくじって帰ってきやがったらたっぷりお仕置きしてやるからな。いや。しくじったら帰ってくる席なんかねえぞ。それがジャスティスのルールだろ。分かってんだよ。
Is New Japan like very popular in Japan?
It's the biggest company in Japan right now.
Oh, for wrestling?
Yeah. Okay. Wasn't always like there used to be a time when they had competition, but these days they're by far the biggest product out there.
How does it stack up against like WWE?
I mean, New Japan is my favorite thing to watch right now.
Just in terms of like what's coming out of it?
The quality of what they do in general, I think, is just way above what.
But like dollar to dollar, would you say like WWE is probably a lot?
It is. It is a bigger company. But New Japan is starting to break into the U.S. a little bit, which is why it's cool that they included them. You know, like they didn't change out who the characters were for the U.S. version or whatever.
Yeah.
Like they kept the New Japan guys.
Alex, I have one more thing to ask of you, and it involves taking a picture.
All right.
I'd like you to try and do a selfie in front of one of these storekeepers.
Okay.
And I want to see if they even look at the camera. Do you become their leader?
Yes.
How do I keep getting roped into this stuff?
I know.
Oh wait, there's no shopkeeper there.
No, there is. There is a guy.
He just looks so
I'm really busy, man.
So tired and old.
I got these things I gotta do.
道を外した親友。分かったよ。協力してやる。だが。
桐生さん、ありがとう。改めてよろしく。
ところでチーム名は何にしましょうかね。
Oh, do you get to pick it?
チームを作るんだからまずはチーム名を決めるのが普通でしょ。クールな感じがいいっすね。ジャスティスみたいな英語っぽいのがいいっすかね。
そうだな。いや、そこはリーダー。
I'm just gonna keep calling him Just Is.
Just Is?
はい。桐生さんがリーダーだから、それがわかる感じだとな。
頭文字の K を取って K2016
That's not bad.
I don't know, that's getting a little political.
The K216?
Oh, the Kiryu Revolution
Oh,
Army.
yeah, that's a little.
俺気流会
What?
気流会
なんだなんだ組織といったら大
That's like
体
a little.
組とか会とかだ
It's a little mobby.
Yeah.
まあそりゃそうっすけど
See, they know.
なんかヤクザみたい。
いや、いいんじゃないか。リーダーが決めたことだ。桐生会をここに結成しましょう。
The Kiryu Club.
絶対にジャスティスを倒す。そして俺たちのホームである尾道や仲間たち。
しゃあ
Very excited.
やれやれ
All right. We're gonna get your photo
Yeah.
as soon as they let me out of here.
この前の時みたいにそれと。
So you can do this whenever you want. It's all
Yeah.
like
Well,
optional.
so it is, though I haven't run into too many of these battles yet. I'm not really sure exactly where they, like what the frequency is of them.
Oh, like you don't just keep coming back to this guy to do them?
おいおい
It doesn't seem like it.
多分俺の所属
I
してい
also
た
just like
組
went back to Kamurocho, so like I haven't run into that stuff yet.
ええ、なんでもいいっすよ。っていうか、桐生さん、どんな
That's a long
会社に勤めてたんですか？
A very long
それは
story.
企業費
You got 6 video games worth of time for me to explain
じゃあ
this?
そんな感じで桐生さんの会社風に出撃やチームの編成をしたいときには俺に声をかけてください。
桐生さん、
That's the
お名
sister?
前は
Yeah.
気にするな無事
はい。うちの兄たちが。
ああまあ仕方ないだが若い連中のチーム束ねる
ああ、それならマスターがマスターは昔悪だった時に。
ほう経験者
マスター。
幸子、お前
That guy.
人聞きの悪いことを
You can get a shot at with him, right?
Yes.
チ
Okay.
ームに仲間を増やしたいけど。
仲間
殴る
ええ、この辺には生きがっている若い連中田舎の悪い
I can beat people up. I'm good at that.
そいつだから桐生さんがバーンとそいつら叩き
それはちょっと。
桐生さん
Kind of like our hoodie. They're like,
喧嘩めちゃく
I
ちゃ
think it's all real stuff.
戦
Like
いに
rabbit.
飢えてる連中
It's probably based on real
あんた
brands.
を見て
そうか自分で
そうですって現に俺もちょっとね
マ
You
スタ
fight this
ー
guy?
やめてくださいよ。
冗談だって
I think he's on your
ま
side.
試してみるといいですよ
わかった
So yeah, you just go around, you fight random people that you find in town. All right, you want a photo with
Yes.
this dude? All right, here we go.
Get close, as close as you can.
I'll do that, and we're not gonna go to the ropeway station. We're just gonna take this photo, and then we're gonna call it.
Yes. A little more to the side.
Okay, I have to turn myself then.
Okay.
It is a little finicky. Like it's not
I can't just rotate around in a circle.
not all the way.
Okay. Whoops. Yeah. Whoop.
Come on, you can do it.
Light's better over here.
Okay, there we go.
Okay. Okay. Can you zoom in?
Is there a zoom?
There's stuff on the left there. How do you the trackpad do anything?
No, trackpad
No.
doesn't do anything.
Okay. D-pads are the expressions. Clicking in the sticks? Triggers? Bumpers. Alright, well. Can't have everything, huh? Alright, smile!
And that is a look at Yakuza 6.
Thank you.
Which will be out in April, I guess. We'll do a regular quick look for that when it comes around. We'll show a little bit more of the story stuff. But this is just kind of, sense of what it's like to run around in this here Yakuza 6.
Thanks, Alex. April, you said?
April.
April. Can I see the controller?
Yes.
I wanna make his expressions go. It really is nothing. He's very. Oh, he's so sad.
Oh, he's so angry.
Thanks,
Vinny.
Yeah, you got it. Whoa.